Sound check, 1, 2.
This is the 217 Recovery Podcast with Corey Winfield.
And he knows as soon as he gives it to her, he's gonna give her his heart to her too.
And we'll have kids and get married.
That's too far.
Holy shit.
Welcome to the 217 Recovery Podcast, 23rd of April 2020. My name is Corey Winfield. Thanks for listening. Need a new intro. I need to get my voice guy Tyrone up here, or down here, I guess. He's up in Boyne City. Today, wow, what a day today. All kinds of emotions. The past couple of days, actually. And decided to just write some stuff down. I don't have a guest tonight, so it's just me. Sorry, Mom. You think she'd be happy about that, but she's like, I don't like listening to you just preach and blah, blah, blah. I'm not preaching, Mom. I'm just going through how I'm feeling. This is my day in recovery. If it helps people, then cool. But this is how I'm feeling today. A little frustrated. And if you're unemployed, if you filed for the unemployment, you're probably frustrated too. A lot of people in Michigan are frustrated with our governor. And I'm hearing, it's the same in other states too. Is it? I mean, I don't know. I'm too frustrated to go look around to peer in other people's misery. But in Michigan, it's frustrating. I mean, there's a Facebook group and everything about the unemployment insurance and help with it and what's going on. I don't know. All I know is I haven't got mine. It's been like almost 6 weeks. So we'll see what happens, but definitely feeling the pressure there. And especially when you just make a move, live in a different city, and you're not supposed to go anywhere. You're not supposed to do anything. And the bills are there, and I just feel like I'm not contributing. I don't have the loot. It's frustrating. It really is. On top of that, I'm not really feeling 100% physically. Maybe I'm dehydrated. I don't know. I had this headache. My old therapist, Pana, would tell me, you need to drink more water, Corey. You need to drink more water. I don't know. Maybe that's just it. But, headache, just not feeling 100%. And that's, of course, when all this is going on with the COVID-19 and you start getting a little tickle in your throat, a little cough, a headache, you feel achy, and then you start getting paranoid. Oh my gosh, do I have this? I've been going to the store. I wasn't wearing a mask. Oh my gosh, do I have it? Not that I think I have it, but I don't know. It's just one of those things that's in the back of your mind. And the more you worry, I know for a fact your immune system gets a little weaker, and just wish I didn't have this headache right now. Feeling a little bit like a man on an island sometimes, and especially the last couple of days, I feel a little let down. A few people, one person though I got to give props to is Anna. She might not do a podcast every week on the day, all the time, but her last podcast was pretty funny, and she did it when she could. She's on her way to work in a van with some dude. There's a girl name. I can't remember what it is, but they're cracking me up because they were talking about they're worried because they smoke. Well, she wasn't worried, but she said that it increases her chances of getting COVID. And of course, for people in recovery and addicts, we're more at risk as well. And I saw this commercial. I thought it was a spoof, and it was sent out in an official press release. But it was about how people in addiction, have a greater chance. And it has this grandma, and she's like, "Oh, don't worry." And she's like, "Honey, I'm worried about you." And at the end, she says, "Don't worry. Grandma's been stocking up on toilet paper for years now." Are you kidding me? Like, for real? Like, this is real. Okay. Yeah, I said it to a few people. No, that's real, guys. It was an official press release. So, I mean, there's that, but yeah, I'm not feeling let down by Anna at all. You know, she's still coming through with her blog, and that's great. And that's one of the main things that she wanted to do. And, you know, the podcast is just kind of extra frosting on the cake, if you want to put it that way. But Anna's been doing great, but I don't know, Chris and Dustin, I don't know if my expectations were too high, but it just seems like, you know, I don't see them as much. I don't see them every day like I used to. And if I don't round them up, it seems like there's no initiative sometimes. And maybe that's my expectations being too high. You know, I know Chris has got some things going on. Dustin, I don't know, man. I don't know. It makes me feel like I failed almost. And this is something that I really wanted for everybody. And, you know, that's why I feel alone sometimes. You know, it's like, okay, I'm the only one doing this. You know, Anna's doing her thing, so I don't feel totally alone. But I don't know. It's like I get to a point where I feel like I'm not going to drag people anymore. You know, either people want to be a part of something or they don't, you know, and that's where I think it's my expectations of being too high for other people that kind of get me in that trouble, you know, and I should just have no expectations whatsoever, but that's unrealistic. Those are unrealistic expectations to have no expectations, but I just need to have realistic expectations. And, you know, for those guys, they probably don't know what's going on. And they're probably like, yeah, well, Corey, maybe if you let us know what's up. And, you know, that's one of those situations where I think maybe I did. But maybe I didn't. Maybe I thought I did. You know, I do that quite a bit. Girlfriend to tell you that. I'm like, oh, didn't I tell you that? It's like, no. Oh, thought I did. And I really thought I did. You know, like that's something too. And that's something I'm trying to work on. And I still swear sometimes, no, I did tell you that. And I don't know, you know, and it should be the first to tell you too. You talk so much, sometimes I just tune you out and I just, So I don't know, but it feels good to talk about it now, even though I'm in a room by myself. I was caught off guard earlier today too. And it was a situation, it was the first time I've been put in this kind of situation before. And I'll talk about it more in detail in the next few podcasts probably, but my first instinct when this situation came across was to laugh. I didn't know how else to deal with the situation. I didn't know how to react, and I didn't want to react, so I just kind of laughed. And I don't think that was the proper way to handle the situation. But after that, though, I just felt really ashamed and down, and I wanted to run. I wanted to run and hide. And that's kind of what I did. I kind of ran, I kind of hid, and then I realized that I needed to have a nice long talk with myself alone. I needed that. I still need to do that, actually. I've done a little bit of talking to myself like I'm doing right now on this microphone, but I need to sit there and I need to go through and I need to process exactly what emotions I'm feeling about that situation. And if I take a pen and pad and just sit down and go, okay, how am I feeling? And just be completely honest with myself, then I can get to the emotions and understand what I need to do and what I need to say, because the situation will need to be talked about at some point, but I can't do that based off of the emotions that I'm feeling right now. Because when you're feeling like you have to run and hide and you're feeling ashamed, you want to fire back. And that's not the correct way to handle situations. Sometimes you can't just fire back at somebody. And I just have to go through and process the emotions, though, and deal with them. You know, this is something that's new for me. Early in recovery, 16 months. And it's pretty cool. I mean, life is great. It keeps getting better every day. But that doesn't mean that I don't face challenges. Doesn't mean you're not going to be faced with these situations that you're not used to. And you're definitely, if you're like me, you're not used to facing these kind of things sober. And I will tell you something, though. Drinking, for me, would only make the situation a billion times worse. So it's not really an option. So I'm lucky. I'm blessed. I thank God that I have the thought process that I do now. It's not the best ever in the world, but to not try to drink and run and hide and drink, because that would be my normal reaction. That would have been my old reaction. It would have been to not laugh at all. It would have just been to fire back. It would have been a huge fight, argument, probably. And then I would have ran and hid, and I would have been hiding with the enemy, alcohol. So, thank God that I am able to process this new way of thinking into something that's more positive, and it's going to be more beneficial to me, to the situation, and to everybody. And like I said, thank God, and I'm proud, and sometimes people say, you can't pat yourself on the back for something you're supposed to be doing anyway. Well, no, I'm patting myself on the back because I'd rather pat myself on the back than tip up the bottle, And these little victories, these small things that we notice about ourselves in early recovery, they deserve to be pats on the back. And whether someone else is patting you on the back, or whether you're patting yourself on the back, nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing at all. Something that I added to our website, which could help you, could help your family member, could help a lot of people. Different pathways. And by pathways, if you're not familiar with that, those are different avenues. I guess that's why they call them pathways. No, different means to be a part of a community, to be a part of a group. I'm talking about AA, NA, Dharma, Wellbriety, Women for Sobriety, Life Ring, Celebrate Recovery. There's so many different ways that you can choose. And people don't like being told what to do. They really don't. They don't like being told what to do. You don't like being told what to say, what to think, what to believe. We just don't. It's not in our nature. So if we can actually find something on our own that we can connect to and really enjoy that connection, that's something that will better the chances for us to stay sober. If we're doing something that we found that we like, then the chances will just be better that we're going to be more drawn to that group because nobody told us to like it. There were options out there. You tried them. Say you tried NA, you tried Life Ring, you tried Celebrate Recovery, Smart Recovery. It just wasn't working for you. And then, you know what? You're going to try AA. And you liked it. Maybe you weren't so sure about the group times, or I don't know. There's so many different reasons and so many different things that people can pick stuff apart. Well, I didn't like that because they said God. Okay. Well, I like that because they said this. Okay. But whatever you like, choose, pick it, because it'll make it a lot better. If you're enjoying your time in recovery, I'm telling you, that makes a huge difference, in my opinion, which is not as a doctor or therapist. It's a professional radio broadcaster. So take it for what it is, but it makes sense, though. I think you would understand that. But that is on our website now, 217recovery.com/pathways. I think pathways. Yeah. Or you can just go to 217recovery.com, go into resources, and the drop down, whether you're on your phone or your computer, you'll see it under the drop down, click pathways, and there's a link to each one of them, but check them out. Maybe you run across something. And like I said, there's so many more. I just have like 10 of them up there. If there's one that I'm missing, or if there's something that you're doing that's keeping you sober, maybe I haven't heard of it. Send me an email, shoot it to me through Facebook, whatever, easy to get a hold of. Send it to me. I'll put it on the website and we'll talk about it a little bit. Maybe I'll have you on as a guest. But yeah, check that out. And the Zoom, I swear, if I didn't feel so bad today, I was going to do it today. I pulled it up and I was like, okay. I was busy doing a couple other things, and then it just kind of